Hey guys, another quick video here. Today I'm gonna show you, like I already said, the Zenistar build, and as you can see, it works. I mean, it ain't much, but it's honest work, so yeah. Um, I'm using Loki right now to be invisible and invincible and do damage. All in all, works quite good. I do have on the timer at least 80 seconds, depends on how many enemies I hit or if I use the Rauta, but I'm not using the Rauta in this build here. I'm gonna show you how I use the Rauta and with what build. So the primary on this one is 3. I'm sorry, it's 3 if I did not pronounce this correctly. Yeah, because you don't need the Rauta, because you will always have like a 7 times multiplier. I do have a 8 times because I have a 30% ribbon. Sorry, 30 flat initial combo ribbon. And yeah, but you can just go through here like that, will a bit and not die. I always forget because I'm lazy while I do stuff like that I need to use my 3 to be invincible. But yeah, as you see, I have 8 times combo multiplier now. And in a second, I have a 12 times. And now with the 12 times, I just stay here, use the heavy attack, which didn't work because there was already one like active. So I have to do it again. Now I can use the heavy attack. And now the disc is here for over 100 seconds. And yeah. With Loki you can always just teleport the enemies in there. But as you know me, I use single target weapons for these kind of enemies. If you stand still I could. Okay, now. Yeah. As you see, it's fun against low-level enemies, and I mean, for Steel Path, everything under like 500 is low-level, so yeah, these are just low-level enemies that get killed by the Zenistar, and you can fully AFK this, or almost fully. I mean, you still have to throw the thing out for me it's every 70 seconds or so. For you it's gonna be a bit less or a bit more if you have a better ribbon. And yeah, these big guys here, or flying guys, are not really affected, depends on how you place your disc. And yeah, I could have placed it better, to be fair. Yeah, that's just what I was trying to test out. It does work. I'm gonna show you the other build as well. And if you don't want the AFK playstyle, you could always just go with and like whirl around. Just cycling your way through. Now we're gonna go to the exit real fast now. Timestamps will be in the video description, as I always try to do. Always try to be thorough as well, so this is gonna be called yapping, because there isn't much else I can do while going to the exit. But this is going to be a video of the Zenistar, so I'm not only going to show you the Loki build, I'm also going to show you in the Simulacrum then the Mirage build, because Mirage is way stronger than Loki, but not as endurance viable because she's not that tanky. Okay, so for the Zenistar, if you somehow get a huge amount of initial combo or have an initial combo ribbon, use a build like this, or if you if you just like the galvanized reflex and corrupt charge stuff. But normally I wouldn't recommend something like this. I would recommend something like this. This also has a ribbon. This is just for status and electricity. So If you have no Riven, use Shocking Touch instead. It's gonna work just fine, and it's gonna kill enemies up to a very high level as well. I'm gonna show it to you with the Mirage. For this one, you're pretty much free. What I would use now, I would change it like this, would put this out, and use Spring Loaded Blade. And Spring Loaded Blade is here for the increased AoE. If you want to know how to farm it, you can just watch my video on how to kill a Tusk Thumper Doma in like 20 seconds. And yeah, Steel Tusk Thumper. So if you didn't know that, that's quite fun. Epitaph Build. It's always the same. Almost always. You could also go for Lex. Also gonna one-shot it. The Onos with the right build like this could also one-shot it. So these are just some one-shot medias. You could secondaries. You could also go for the Furis and not one-shot the Acolytes. But yeah, just equipping the legs right now, and the Rauta. The Rauta is just here to have around 17 multi-shot. I think that was the maximum you can have while still gaining combo multiplier. I mean, you don't need more than that. Everything more than that is overkill, if I remember correctly. We're going for primary dexterity for the combo duration, just for more armor and more reload speed, and of course fire rate. I don't have the last fire rate mod. That would also be nice, but I'm not even sure what's it called. It's just a fire rate mod, and I think it's also from the relic, from the vault. This is the Loki build. We're going with Crepuscular and Fury. If you're not going for the Zenistar, don't use Fury. Use Strike instead. Strike is better, but Strike doesn't work that good with the Zenistar if you want to buff the disc. So yeah, just use the melee damage you get. Go for Rolling Guard. If you don't have your 3 up, you should always have your 3 up. I didn't have that because it wasn't that necessary. Safeguard Switch, very necessary if you want to go for high levels. Continuity and flow and stuff like that. Like I said, Energy Nexus to just get energy. You only need to cast this every like 30 seconds-ish. And yeah, that's about it for this build. Now I'm gonna show you the Mirage build for this. You can go with 2. One would be this, but I'm not quite sure about this one. I did use it. It's also quite fun. You don't have to mod for shock, for electricity if you use this build. But I'm gonna use this build. It's more fun, and as always, it has a raffle advance, so you get more crit. Yeah, just gonna go into the Simulacrum now. I'm always going here just for the Arbiters of Axis, visit them.
Set the example for the rest of us.
If there's any other way to go into the Simulacrum fast, you could leave it in the comments below, but this is the fastest way I know. And just go to the Cephalon, and then in any of these Simulacrums you own. And yeah, now we are going to use the Rauta and the first Zenistar build. This one. Gonna get the Rauta stacks, as you can see, Riven free this time. Yeah, we're gonna get the Rauta stacks. You could also go for Primer here, to be fair. But I'm just gonna let it be like that. And yeah. Rauta, I'm gonna pause the enemies for now, so that you can just see what Steel Path, level 102, Corrupted Heavy Gunners look like. If you didn't know, your combo multiplier is gonna get shown if you use the Rauta on the upper right corner. So this little 2 indicates that I have a 2 times combo multiplier now, and now I have 12 seconds left to refresh it and stuff. So I'm just gonna shoot till there's a 12 there, and yeah, then I'm gonna use my 1, my 2. You can use it before my 3. Go for the weapon and then just throw these discs out. And as you can see, Damage isn't bad. And yeah, if I respawn them, they're dead. And with damage isn't bad, I mean, damage is very good. I'm not even sure if you need rough full advance. I mean, for higher levels, sure, but for these low levels, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, and just another quick thing I'm gonna show you. No, rough full advance is one out, and as you can see, you don't even need that crit. It does enough damage by its own, or no, it doesn't. But it does still. It does enough damage. Does enough damage on its own to kill every enemy. And yeah, a quick thing I'm gonna show you guys now. Gonna remove the discs. If you use the Ruffle Advance Helmet ability, you shouldn't target the enemies. If I get myself a combo multiplier now, as you can see, I have a 5 times combo multiplier now. I'm gonna target this guy now and hit him. And as you see, 5 times combo multiplier is gone. It consumes it. So you just want to teleport to any spot to refresh your crit chance buff you get from the Ruffle Advance. Yeah. Those are 2 good builds you can use with the Zenistar. And that's about it. I mean, it's good for every melee build there is. If you're gonna use the dual Ichor just for a second and go with the no crit full crit damage build, it's gonna be way faster than that, but I mean, it's a dual Ichor. We wouldn't want anything else, as you see. They're dead. And the problem is, it's not fully or semi-AFKable. You need to, like, do something. You need to press your button. And with the Rauta and the Zenistar, in my opinion, you have at least 2 minutes to be AFK. It's not my playstyle, but if you guys want to do it, it's that. Yeah, gonna swap my runes back in. As you saw, we didn't need them. It's spring-loaded blade. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And yeah, would like some feedback. If I yap too much, yap too less, just tell me. Bye guys.